Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. I have my crystal ball off to the side, so I will be scrying throughout this message. If you're new to my channel, my readings are a little different, and if you're turning, welcome back. You know how we do. If it doesn't resonate with you, if you're forcing the story to fit, arguing with it in any way, just leave it behind for the people who it's meant for. So let's go ahead and let's begin. Taking a step aside. And allowing spirit to pass through me. Opening up to receive information. Okay, so immediately on opening, I'm getting this feeling like you're ready now. But it's not that you're ready and what it's for. That's the point of this reading. It's like the energy leading up to it is the point of this message. Okay. I'm seeing this image of like a blade cutting through the surface, like rending apart some kind of obstacle or stuck position, maybe just a lifestyle that we've always known that we're leaving. And this is happening because of some sort of inspiration, new idea, new belief. The blade may even just be referring to iron being sharpened, like having acquired a measure of personal strength or even conviction towards something. Regardless of if it's a new idea or personal tempering, I'm seeing that this blade rends apart this energy and then it catches fire. So whoever this message is for, it's like an energy is clearing from your life. You're cutting through some sort of obstacle or haze. And as you do, there's a newfound sense of passion or motivation. I'm feeling this come through with heavy like creator vibes. So for those that create, right, whether it's traditional art or gardening or baking, or you just like creating like plans and rearranging your home all the time, there's just something about that generative complex that's being highlighted in this message. And I'm getting symbols here, so if you're new to my channel, the symbols don't mean that the reading is or isn't yours. It's that if the symbols do resonate with you, just pay extra attention. The first thing I'm seeing is a field mouse. Okay, and I was hearing a term, I think it's a term, maybe it's a name, I don't know, cardigan or cardigan's way. Don't know which one it is. It's cardigan or cardigan's way. And then a street of some kind, like Drury Drive. Okay, I'm seeing a stamp, and when the stamp lifts, I'm seeing a four-leaf clover. So a four-leaf clover stamp. Somebody hanging wind chimes at the time that they're watching this. And then I'm seeing like misting, but it's not just misting plants. It's like, what is this? Oh, it's like misting mushrooms. Okay, mushroom misting. Interesting. Someone is building, this isn't a terrarium. I don't know what this is called. I do know what it's called. It's just, it's not coming to me. It's like a terrarium, but it has like live frogs inside of it, and you like feed them, right? Okay, and then also a badger. And I don't mean like, oh, I saw a badger once with my dad when I was 5. Not like badger in the past. This is like badger now, present badger. Something about a badger being really important to the present moment for somebody, or something. Maybe it's a synchronicity for somebody. Okay. I don't know why the badger thing makes me want to laugh. I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, the badger. So before this, I'll call it breakthrough energy, just to keep it like simple. Before this breakthrough, there's this energy of like hands off. It's striking me very like Four of Swords, which is about rest and healing and relaxation. It can be about relaxation depending on what it's paired with. So maybe somebody, whoever this message is for, before you had this breakthrough or whatever it is that's going on, it's like you had a moment where you didn't really do much. You kind of checked out for a little bit, or you didn't do much with whatever it is that you were trying to move forward. Kind of like, okay, well, I'm just going to let this go right now. And it's like someone had to just release control or go with the flow or give things space. Okay, this has an undertone of like a life lesson to it, also like a useful skill to have on your journey, right? So learning that being hands-off sometimes, or letting things go sometimes, is really useful for you navigating your life. And maybe this is because there's been a struggle for control, maintaining control, like perfectionism, right? Especially if you're an artist, perfectionism, or in different areas of your life, this could be like clinging to people who aren't right, or pushing against brick walls to make things happen. And it is going to be directly related to trying to control that creative, generative aspect within you. Whatever just went on with this breakthrough energy, it's like this message is coming forward to say, hey, do you see what just happened? You let go and suddenly you got it. So it's almost like this is coming through to just kind of confirm that, yeah, this is what's required sometimes. Okay. The word conjure just came up, so I don't know if that is important for somebody who this is resonating for. Okay, let's see something. Okay. Now we will take the bottom of the deck over here. Okay, so this sort of things starting to flow and things starting to kind of move. This could come in all sorts of ways, right? Like, and I'm just kind of going with this because I'm feeling all this energy still coming through about this. It's like an idea for a plot that came and you got motivated to start writing again, or suddenly you got motivated to suddenly write music again after a long period of not feeling that way, and maybe forcing yourself and then just deciding, you know what, I'm gonna let myself let this go. And after a few months or maybe a few weeks, it kind of came to you. Or maybe you you know, I don't know how baking works, like I don't know, I'm not a big baker. Maybe people enter baking contests and they never like I don't know. I can't even go there. I have no idea. Some of you might bake. Maybe that's a thing. I'm just giving those examples because it is creator heavy. It could be anything that utilizes like that generative function inside. Yeah. Okay. So this. Oh wow. Okay. So this generative part of us, it's like one of the reasons why someone is trying to control. I think that's a normal human thing, right? We want things to be as good as possible. I think it's weird if we don't. But when we struggle with that perfectionism to the point where we never actually do the thing because it has to be perfect, or if we're always trying to make sure that it's safe, you know, so then we never put it out there because we don't want it criticized. We want it to be safe, whatever the case is. It's like there's this wounded creator aspect that's trying to heal and is trying to balance itself. So by releasing this control or the need to maneuver the outcome, you're giving space and giving room for things to flow. And this is what the creator aspect requires. It requires two things. It requires action and inaction. It's a balance, right? We have to have surrender to let inspiration or ideas from the deep well of the mind or the soul, depending on how you view things, percolate and bubble up. Then you also have to do the thing, right? So there's this action, and when we have an imbalance in these two things, we have a creator aspect that's imbalanced, and it becomes either your art is controlling you if you just surrender all the time, or it's that you are trying to control your art if you don't allow that surrender sometimes. So the lesson that it's like the message is coming through for whoever this is for is that you're used to controlling everything, or this type of perfectionism. If that's you, you know, remember what just happened and seek that balance. Start seeking that balance, because allowing and releasing that control heals the aspects of self where we feel we have to control and manipulate the outcome or force things to happen, and on and on and on. And you invite a little bit of healing by stepping back and creating space and saying, I don't have to force this. The first card that's out is the Five of Pentacles. And that's a lack energy, right? Oftentimes if we have this lack energy, that's when we're going to be trying to control something, because we have that lack of this generative force inside of us that says it'll be okay. It's okay if it's not the best. It's okay if it doesn't work out all the time. It's okay if, you know, this doesn't necessarily go the way that you want. It's okay if you painted for like 60 hours and then here comes some art critiques and they're criticizing your art. It's okay. Like when we have that generative force inside of us that is balanced, we don't care as much what other people think, and we're not sensitive about things. That sensitivity really comes from insecurity and this Five of Pentacles energy. And so that's where this is seeming to try to take someone, is out of this Five of Pentacles energy, especially in that creator complex. Okay, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is what's happening now. And then in the future, we have the the Four of Pentacles. So with this Knight of Pentacles, I'm going to hold these two up top. So you go from like this lack energy, the space where it's like feeling like something is not quite working, not really working out, and then moving into this Knight of Pentacles. Now the Knight of Pentacles, he doesn't do things very quickly, so people mistake him as not being passionate, but he actually is. Otherwise he wouldn't be doing the thing and he wouldn't devote so much time and energy to it, right? Because if you're taking a long time at something and you're moving rather slow, as people traditionally feel about this Knight, then you have to be in it. You have to be in it. That takes a great deal of dedication. So whoever this message is for, whoever this message is for, okay, that's a thing I have to talk about in a second. For whoever this message is for, it's like you have that dedication, you have that motivation now to see it through. It may be that some of you had to realize that whatever it is you're working on is for the long haul. It's not something that's going to be completed overnight or as quickly as you thought it was going to be. And that had to be accepted for some of you. I really like that this is the present position because it means that things are moving now. They're not moving at a reckless pace. They're moving at a pace that's sustainable and something that often bears fruit. When we come into the future, what we see is we see the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles, usually people read this as the Miser card, someone who's holding on to something. But I like it when it's in conjunction with a really calm and steady and balanced energy like the Knight of Pentacles, because what it says to me in this position here like this is that we're graduating to a place here in the future where we understand what we value, and this is where somebody really protects something and doesn't allow external influences to kind of chisel away at it, which is the exact opposite of what we find in this card, right, with this position. Notice that they're all pentacles. I think that's kind of interesting. So there's definitely something here that's being finely crafted and something that's being created. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, like I said, is the Magician. And this is having the tools, right? The Magician has the tools to get things done. Again, this message seems to be coming through to say what just happened needs to be paid attention to, because that process of the releasing, of stepping back, of opening up space is sometimes required to get things to move. It's a required tool in your toolbox so that you don't stress out all the time, or you don't worry, or you don't like beat your head against a brick wall all the time. Now, what I was saying about the dogs when they started barking when I was talking about this, I was saying something about dedication, and I was talking about the Knight of Pentacles. I almost feel that for some of you, either the topic of dedicating your work towards something is what's important, or it's something that should be done. If you do this, it might, that's going to be confirmation for somebody. I don't think it's something that someone doesn't know. So if you don't understand what that means, it's not for you. Okay. Okay, 2 more cards. Okay, the whole point of this energy, right, this lesson that is trying to, okay, I heard the bottom deck also, there we go, okay, that is trying to come through is because there's a transformation that's needing to take place. And this transformation is one that you're already partaking in since you've just done this, but in order to continue to do it, you have to know what just happened. So with the Page of Wands moving into the Seven of Swords, this particular Seven of Swords is interesting because it almost reminds me of the Eight of Swords in traditional tarot. And so I'm going to read it both ways. When we have the Seven of Swords, we have someone that's sabotaging a camp. And when we have the Eight of Swords, we have someone who feels stuck in their own mind. And I feel that for some of you, this sort of needing to force things or trying to control the outcome or keep yourself safe, or perfectionism, that's really the purpose that it served inside of your life, was a sabotage mechanism, almost like a protective layer that we held on to, but really the only thing it was doing was kind of causing us a lot of stress, or preventing us from being able to take a particular direction. It's showing up here with the Page of Wands. And so with the Death card, the Page of Wands, and the Seven of Swords here, this is telling me that this is a new direction where we're transforming this energy inside of our lives. And this energy always is rooted in the energy of the Five of Pentacles. So I'm going to leave this here. This is a shorter one, and if this resonates with you, please hit that like button. Feel free to leave me a comment, and if this is your energy and this is your reading, good luck with this energy. I think you're making some pretty big moves, or at least moving in the right direction with this. So until next time.